talking about July 4th weekend. Connor, obviously, I think you probably had the biggest fireworks bill out of anybody here. Do you know what the total was, and how'd your weekend go out on the lake?
I don't know if my dad wants me talking about this, but it was definitely over 1,000.
That's pretty good.
It was worth it though.
I
It's
bet
worth it. Nah,
it
for sure.
it looked pretty crazy. Ryan, did you do anything gnarly for the 4th?
I went golfing. That's something new that I'm doing. So that was I played terrible, but it was fun. It's fun to learn something new.
That's good. I think the only people that Braden, have you been golfing? I think only me and Brandon have probably gone golfing like recently.
No, I was actually supposed to go with one of my sponsors a few weeks ago, but he canceled on me. So haven't been golfing in a long, long time.
Well, we know where you were on the 4th. Paulie, what was your big deal on the 4th weekend? Where'd you go? What'd you do?
I just hung out with my girlfriend and some friends.
He came to my house for 2 hours.
Stopped in?
Yeah.
Did you stay for the fireworks show, or did you let the $1,000 of fireworks go to waste?
I let it go to waste.
Tough. Like Paulie and Connor, I didn't have much going on for me this weekend, but like I said, Braden did have a whole lot. Braden, your Indy Pro 2000 weekend, you're over at the IndyCar race at Mid-Ohio. It is your home race. How was it from the inside? Because I know the results only tell part of it.
Yeah, it was a tough weekend. The test day kind of got rained out pretty much the whole time, so there wasn't much practice. And then had a fuel pump go in quali 1, and then ended up getting kind of an unfair penalty in quali 2. And that track's just so tough to pass on. So really ended up hurting our end results. But that's racing, and we soldier onwards.
Yeah, on to the next. And you've got, I think it's like a month gap, because you don't even come back until like August 19th, right? Month and a half almost.
Yeah, this is like the biggest gap, so it's going to be almost 6 weeks before the next event.
Yeah, because all the IndyCar and NASCAR tried to put a lot of breaks in because they weren't sure whether and where the Olympics would happen, so they moved the schedules around. So Braden's got a big break, but Brandon was also in the seat. Brandon, you got to go up to a go-kart factory over the last week and check out another racetrack. Had you driven the Avon track before?
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool to go back up there because I was there probably about 15 years ago, and that was actually the first track that I worked with and met Mike Doty at. So it was pretty cool to revisit that.
Really?
But yeah, I went up and visited Coyote Motorsports in Rochester, New York, and it was cool to see the factory, see how a go-kart goes from a straight piece of metal to a rolling go-kart. And like you said, we tested a little bit at Avon, learned some stuff, and hopefully it applies to the Grand Nationals later this year.
Right, and you were up there with one of our newly announced partners, just joined us here for this show, Precision Performance Karting, with your buddy John Seglem, and John's a huge supporter of what we do, so it was cool to have him on. But that's pretty. Coyote is one of the few big karting factories in the U.S., so that's cool just to get to see it. It's obviously a little bit different than the Euro stuff.
Yeah, it was definitely really cool to see.
Yeah,